This is CBS 59, the two Virginia's most outstanding news operation. 59 News at 5 starts now.
It was a day that shook America to its core. The day terrorists attacked us on our own soil, leaving thousands of people dead and others left to pick up the pieces. Do you remember where you were on September 11th, 2001? Welcome to 59 News at 5. I'm Jessica Schuler.
And I'm Tim Carrico. It has been 16 years since the attack. Nearly 3,000 people were killed when hijackers flew airliners into New York's World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and a field that is near Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
As we remember those who died, we also honor the first responders who risked their own lives to do what they do, save others. 59
News reporter Riley Phillips spoke with a first responder from right here in southern West Virginia. He's talking about his experience at Ground Zero. She's joining us now live from the newsroom with more. Riley?
Tim, today marks one of the darkest days in American history. But for people like Shane Wheeler, this day sparked the desire to help his fellow Americans. Wheeler was the chief of operations for JanCare at the time. Without hesitation, he assembled a team and headed for New York, where he was met with tragic scenes. Wheeler remembers walking through the debris and seeing messages written in the dust.
At the time, we fully didn't appreciate was a statement that someone had written into the walls that said that I've seen war today. And little did we know that it would lead us down the war on terror, decades later. But I think that's about a fair assessment as you can make. It was a battlefield.
Wheeler also says he wants young Americans to remember how we came together as a country after the terrorist attacks and to put aside our differences on this day of remembrance. And we will hear more from Shane Wheeler and his experiences at Ground Zero coming up at 59 News at 6. And if you are looking for another way to remember those victims of 9/11 and first responders, there is the Parade of Lights Memorial Tribute tonight. It begins at 8 p.m. Lineup will start at 5 p.m. at Independence High School. Reporting live, Riley Phillips, 59 News.
All right, Riley, thanks. Well, how do teachers approach the topic of September 11th inside the classroom? Elementary school students in school this year were born after 2001. But for some teachers, it's hard getting their students to understand what happened 16 years ago. Teachers we spoke with at Shady Spring Elementary School tell us they focus on teaching the positive lessons that came from that tragic day.
We here at Shady want to promote how instead of being angry, even though most of us felt that way, that we were proud of our country. And that's what we teach, to be proud of where we were, where we are now, and where we are going.
And patriotism is what it means to be a good citizen, and they're focused on talking about that on this day.
The attack sent a shockwave throughout the entire world. That's what Concord University's veterans advocate Steve Kennedy spoke about at a special tribute held on campus today.
This event happened because of numerous people, and just to be able to do something like this and have support and, interest from the community and stuff, it's great. It's a good feeling.
The group presented a program with special assistance from the Pikeview JROTC.
A large piece of metal of the Twin Towers sits in the middle of Ward Park in Beckley. That's where people were gathered earlier today to remember those who were killed 16 years ago. Organizers say they wanted to give everyone the chance to reflect and remember those who lost their lives.
I think one thing that 9/11 has called is our country to be extremely diligent. I think since 9/11, our country has proven that. They've improved with communication, working together with other first responders, making sure all the information's out. There's been a lot of really good things that came out of an extreme tragic incident.
Beckley Mayor Rob Rappold, first responders, and others from the community gave speeches, and children from local schools sang patriotic songs.
September 11th hits home to some people right here in our own community. Kevin Price was a firefighter in Beckley for more than 20 years and is still involved in the fire service. He says September 11th is always a day that's special to him. As someone who has run into burning buildings, he feels for those who were doing their duty 16 years ago. He says it's those men and women who risk their lives to protect others, and he believes they should be recognized for the heroes they are.
We're out there days at a time with no sleep, dirty, bloodied fingers, from grabbing sharp pieces of metal and concrete and, getting poked by pieces of rebar and all that.
And Price went on to say the 343 firefighters who passed away should always be remembered for their bravery.
Moving on now to severe weather. The latest update is that J&Care Ambulance from West Virginia have finally made it to Florida, and they're working hard after the devastation left behind by Hurricane Irma. They went down to help with rescue teams after all of the aftermath that you see right there. 10 ambulances total from the 3 counties, including 2 from Beckley, made the trip down south. A team of 4 crew members were deployed from J&Care in Beckley.
The team from West Virginia rode out the storm in Tampa, and then this morning early they were sent to Naples, and now they are on in the Naples area running 911 calls along with the local emergency responders and helping out as they can in the aftermath of Hurricane Irma.
They will be doing as much as they can to help, and we'll keep you updated with their whereabouts throughout their time in Florida. Well, we are experiencing some wind across the region here in the Mountain State.
Let's check in now with Storm Tracker 59 meteorologist Heidi Moore. She joins us from the Weather Lab with the first check of the forecast. Heidi.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Jessica. Yeah, winds are starting to pick up out there, and they'll continue to do that through the evening. We don't have many advisories in effect, but we do have a wind advisory for Mercer and Tazewell counties until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And I want you to keep in mind that even if you're not under this advisory, it's still going to be windy, no matter where you are. Gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour, could even see some 50-mile-per-hour gusts on the highest ridges as we go into the overnight and into the day ahead. Other than that, we'll start watching some of that rain move in. Temperatures are in the upper 50s right now. It's cool out there. They don't fall much tonight, though. Clouds helping to keep our temperatures pretty close to the low to mid 50s as we start things off tomorrow morning. And as you can see, gusts are starting to pick up a bit. We're looking at 10 to 20 mile per hour gusts, but these numbers will be a whole lot higher as we go through the next couple of hours. At the bus stop, starting things off in the mid 50s, rain showers to begin your day and a windy start to the day. We'll talk all about that coming up in just a bit.
Heidi, thank you. Turning to crime and punishment now, a man accused of shooting 2 police officers in Lewisburg will be sentenced today on a separate murder case. Eric Campbell is also accused of murdering a North Carolina couple. Police say Campbell and his father Edward drove from Texas to Granville County in North Carolina, where they robbed and killed the couple and burned their house down. The 2 later got into a shootout with Lewisburg police officers on New Year's Day in 2015. We are still awaiting the results from that sentencing hearing. We'll bring you the very latest right here on 59 News.
A Wyoming County man is in jail tonight after he allegedly threw a knife at a woman and said he was going to kill her. Wyoming County Sheriff's deputies arrested this man, Everett Watts of Pineville. According to the criminal complaint, deputies responded to an apartment at the Piney Garden apartment complex for a domestic call. That's when deputies arrived, and they said they found a woman with a cut in her leg and large amounts of blood in the parking lot. The victim told deputies she got into an argument with Watts and that he threw a knife at her leg, spit in her face, and told her he was going to kill her. Watts is charged with malicious wounding. He's being held at the Southern Regional Jail tonight on a $20,000 bond.
Meanwhile, a Mercer County man is behind bars after police say he tried to hurt himself and a child with a machete and also attempted to run over Princeton police officers. Officers say they responded to a home on Roundhouse Road in Princeton at around 11 Saturday night. On the way there, dispatchers told officers that Matt Dean Smith was waving around a machete with a child in his arms and was threatening to hurt himself and the child. Once officers arrived, they say Smith tried to run over 3 officers with his vehicle, which led to a high-speed chase through downtown Princeton. Smith was eventually arrested. He's facing several charges, including child abuse resulting in risk of injury and DUI second offense. He's being held in the Southern Regional Jail.
New details tonight on a story that we brought to you first on 59 News at noon. We do have some sad news out of Raleigh County. A teacher at Independence High School passed away suddenly during school hours today. The name of that teacher is not being released at this hour, but school officials tell us she was found unresponsive in the classroom a little after 8 o'clock this morning. Trained medical staff and first responders arrived and transported that teacher to a nearby hospital where she was later pronounced dead. Counselors from local schools and agencies will be made available for grief counseling there at the school. Money
is found to put in flashing lights in Greenbrier County school zones. People in Rupert have been upset about the lack of flashing lights in their school zone. The mayor and police chief of Rupert sent out letters and called the school board, but say they never received a call back. They feel the lack of lights poses a threat to elementary school students crossing the street on a busy road after school. Now, we were able to clear things up with the Greenbrier County Superintendent today. He says federal money could be on the way for those lights.
The situation there is a federal grant for school safety, so the hope is that from the Department of Highways, Division of Highways, is that money will be approved and released in the very near future.
Brian says Greenbrier County schools are at the top of the priority list for that grant.
Well, if a mine accident were to happen right now, many of us would not know, or would rather not know what to do. Well, a group of Raleigh County sure would. Mine rescuers from across the country are in the area this week. Every 2 years, the National Mine Safety Rescue Competition kicks off at the National Mine Academy in Beaver. During this 2-week period, they have 4 competitions in first aid, bench mine rescue, and pre-shift. The mine rescue teams will have different tasks to compete in each category. Around 800 miners from all across the country come together to compete and improve their skills with life-threatening situations.
This is the national contest. We have teams from New Mexico, from Colorado, from Utah, from Wyoming, and then obviously all West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, all over the United States. Where there's a coal mine, they have mine rescue teams, and they're here this week.
And the contest began today and will last through Thursday. Coming up here on 59 News at 5, the President and First Lady remember the lives lost 16 years ago in the September 11th attacks.
We'll take you to some of those tributes as 59 News at 5 continues.
And we are expecting to see some gusty conditions through the evening tonight, and we'll have all the details on what you can expect for the day ahead right after the break, so please stay with us.
And you can still help those victims of Hurricanes Irma and Harvey by visiting the Red Cross's website right there on your screen. Keep it here on 59 News at 5. We'll be right back.
You're watching 59 News at 5 on CBS 59 with Tim Carrico and Jessica Schuler and Storm Tracker 59 meteorologist Heidi Moore. This is 59 News, winner of the Associated Press highest honor for the 2 Virginias.
One. Be at one with $1 any size soft drink or freshly brewed sweet tea. Only at McDonald's.
Hurt in a car wreck? Here's the sound of help.
When you call us, we'll come right to you to help with your case.
Injured? Don't leave home if you don't have to. Call Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Helping you is what we do.
Call 252-5990.
The Labor Day crowds are gone, and it's a great time to save on a mattress at Sleep Outfitters. Right now, get 6 years no-interest financing, free TVs up to 50 inches, and double the sales tax discounts on select sets. It's a great time to save on a mattress at Sleep Outfitters.
Oh, boy. Looking for adventure this Labor Day?
Holy smokes. Oh, man, that's pretty intense.
Look no further than Chevrolet.
This is a fast car. I feel like I left my soul back there.
Wow, this has power.
Head to the Chevy Labor Day sales event and ride out the summer in a new Chevrolet. Current Chevy owners can use Labor Day bonus cash to get a total value of $11,600 on this Silverado All-Star, or get 0% financing for 72 months on all Tahoe and Suburban models. See your Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers.
Hi, Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. Folks all over West Virginia are saving money every week just by signing up for the Fuel and Rewards card. It's easy to sign up and easy to use. And best of all, you save money every time you use it. You get 3 cents off per gallon each time you buy gas and get an additional gas discount just for making purchases in the store. Sign up today for Little General's Fuel and Rewards card and tell them Hug sent you.
They're looking at the McPick 2. 2 for $5 deals all across the board. Here it comes, a Big Mac and 10-piece McNuggets. They got them. Get your fan favorites on the McPick 2 menu. Choose any 2 for just $5. They did it. Unbelievable.
The CBS 59 Financial Report is brought to you by MCNB Bank's Trust and Financial Services Division. We're community-minded, just like you.
Now, the area's most accurate forecast, Storm Tracker 59.
Good evening, everyone. We do have some advisories in effect right now. Not many, but a few. A wind advisory for Mercer and Tazewell counties until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And I do want to point out, even if you're not in the advised area, you're still going to be dealing with very windy conditions through the evening tonight and into the day ahead. So Even if you're not in Mercer, Tazewell counties, I don't think there's going to be too much of a difference between what you see this evening. It's just there's different criteria for those wind advisories between the Charleston National Weather Service and the Blacksburg Weather Service. So that's why you're only seeing them in those locations at this time. Everyone does need to be aware that it is going to be gusty through the evening. We will start to see the rain pushing its way in. You can see the heavier stuff down in Virginia right now, and it will be pretty dreary through the evening tonight. On and off scattered showers possible. Flooding not really a concern. Thunderstorms not really a concern. And severe weather not a concern either. So good news there. We're definitely not seeing the worst of it, but we are going to see some dreary conditions and certainly windy conditions. And it's kind of chilly too. Temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s, but these numbers aren't going to drop much more tonight. We bottom out in the mid 50s, and that's how we'll start things off tomorrow morning. Gusts about 15 to 25 miles per hour at this time. You can see the gustier conditions down to our south where the rain is starting to push in. We'll see these pick up through the evening tonight and into the day ahead. 55 at the bus stop with rain showers. It is going to be a windy day as well. Now, before we talk a little bit about what we can expect tomorrow, I do want to talk about Jose very briefly. It is still a hurricane with 100-mile-per-hour winds. It's expected to make a loop, and then what it does after that is still up in the air. A lot of disagreement, so we are going to continue to keep an eye on it. As far as a U.S. landfall right now, it's still too early to say, but it's not looking likely at this point, but it could come pretty close. So we'll keep an eye on it. We still have at least a week and a half before we have to worry about that. So let's get rid of Irma first before we start focusing on that. Tropical storm Irma, so no longer a hurricane, but still a tropical storm with sustained winds of 50 miles per hour, expected to pass off to our south and west as we get into the next couple of days, and then eventually kick back out to sea into Thursday and Friday as just remnants. So that's what we have in store over the next few days. You can start seeing the rain from the bands pushing their way in from the south, and over the next few days we'll see those dreary conditions. You can see that here on Predictor. Scattered rain tonight. Notice it's not particularly heavy. Could see a few heavy downpours at times, but it's not widespread non-stop rain, so it's not going to be raining all the time as we go into the day ahead. It will be scattered in nature. Still dreary, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be a pleasant day tomorrow, and still very windy. We'll catch a break Wednesday morning, maybe even a little bit of sunshine, keeping things mainly dry for the afternoon before rain returns as we get into Wednesday evening and continues into your Thursday. Rain totals not impressive. This is why we're not overly concerned about flooding. Keep in mind, this is from tonight all the way through Thursday evening, and yeah, that's not going to cause many problems. So good news there. Flooding not a concern at this point. Wind gusts, though, are going to be breezy. By 1 o'clock in the morning, sustained winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. During the afternoon, they could get up to 25 to 30 miles per hour. And again, those gusts could be 30 to 40, up to 50 in the higher terrain, 3,000 feet or higher. Here's your 10-day. We do keep things pretty active all the way through Friday at this point. But I think the days of most widespread rainfall will be tomorrow and Thursday. I don't think we'll see a whole lot on Wednesday until we get into the evening. And then Friday, just a little bit of lingering stuff before we clear out for the weekend, which again is looking just phenomenal. And warmer temperatures returning to the mid-70s, which is actually where we should be this time of year.
All right, Heidi, thanks. Well, on a more somber note tonight, from Ground Zero to the Pentagon to a field in Pennsylvania, Americans are remembering the deadliest terror attacks in the nation's history.
Seth Lemon reports tonight from New York.
Somber sounds filled the air at Ground Zero, marking the 16th anniversary of 9/11. Victims' relatives, some too young to remember that day, recited the names of those who died.
And my grandfather, Horace Robert Passananti. Even though I never met you, I know you're watching me from heaven.
President Trump led a moment of silence at the White House, then spoke at the Pentagon commemoration.
When America is united, no force on earth can break us apart. No force.
Vice President Pence joined the tribute in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
I will always believe that I and many others in our nation's capital were able to go home that day because of the courage and selflessness of the heroes of Flight 93.
The 9/11 Memorial and Museum at Ground Zero have become a place of refuge for those who lost family and friends on September 11th. Rochelle Jean-Pierre is here with her son. She lost her mother in the World Trade Center.
Instead of, being extremely sad and remembering the tragedy that day, we kind of just remember her and how great she was.
Members of the Raging Knights Motorcycle Club made the annual trek to salute firefighters.
They put themselves second and put everyone else first.
343 firefighters are among the nearly 3,000 killed and remembered on 9/11. Seth Lemon for CBS News, New York.
Well, coming up, we are just a couple of weeks away from the United Way's biggest fundraiser. We'll have the details on that in just a few minutes.
And you can help victims of Hurricanes Irma and Harvey by visiting the redcross.org/WVNS-TV and donating to Red Cross by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. We'll be right back right here on 59 News at 5.
The Storm Tracker 59 10-day forecast is brought to you exclusively by your Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Toyota trucks are known for dependability and value. In fact, Tacoma has the highest resale value of not just any pickup, but of all vehicles, according to Kelley Blue Book. And with the best availability in years, now's the time to pick the one that works best for you, with all the features you want. You can lease an SR5 right now for as little as $319 a month, or buy with special 1.9% APR financing. Legendary Toyota reliability. What drives you? Toyota. Let's go places.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? What I really mean is, do you worry about how expensive going to the dentist can be? After all, dental bills can be pretty scary. A visit to the dentist could easily cost $1,000, $2,000 or more. Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your card with your name on it. Activate your card and you can start using it immediately. You can even see the dentist the same day. From exams and cleanings to more expensive procedures like crowns, dentures, even braces, they're all included with the Carefree Dental Card. Just show your card, save your money. Say you go to the dentist today without any card and your bill is, well, ouch. Wait a minute, let's try that again. You go to the dentist today and you show your Carefree Dental Card. You save $525. Now that's much better. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. Just $15.95 a month, and everyone in your household can use the same card. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-775-5544 now to receive your Carefree Dental Card and free plan information. Plus, see how you can also receive vision and pharmacy benefits at no additional cost. Call 1-800-775-5544. That's 1-800-775-5544.
Welcome back. We are just 2 weeks away from the United Way of Southern West Virginia's biggest fundraiser of the year. Of course, we're talking about Dancing with the Stars. Teams of 12 local celebrities will raise money for the United Way and, of course, showcase their talent out on the dance floor. This year's event will be held on September 22nd at the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center. And the theme is an enchanted fall evening. Organizers say every year this event really brings the community together.
This is just a great time for everyone in Beckley to get dressed up and come out. It's kind of become known as the social event of the season, and at the same time, it really helps all the people we serve in Southern West Virginia.
And I was honored enough to participate in this event 2 years ago. The goal for this year's Dancing with the Stars is to raise $100,000 for the United Way. If you'd like to help out, you can buy tickets still. They're on sale for $75. Just head to our website, wearewvproud.com, to find out how you can purchase those Dancing with the Stars tickets.
Well, as we go to break right here on 59 News, here's a live look right now overlooking I-77 in North Beckley. Stay with us. Storm Tracker 59 meteorologist Heidi Moore is back in next with Final Check Your Forecast right here on CBS 59.
You're watching award-winning 59 News.
I'm Attorney Jeff Stewart. Big trucks cause big injuries. If you get hurt by one of these monsters, you want to come out on top. I'll fight to get your medical bills paid, recover your lost wages, and get money for your pain and suffering. The Bell Law Firm, protecting you.
Just the name itself here in the Beckley area, and again, the workers are all from the community. These guys are good to work with, and certainly would recommend them to anyone that's adding, whether it's commercial or residential. We'd certainly want to recommend them. Yeah, HSC employees, we got to know them over the last several months working here at the Cranberry Baptist Church, and we're very pleased with their work, satisfied with them.
HSC Heating and Cooling. Enjoy the comfort of knowing that you called the right company.
While counseling, I've listened to the issues that come along with learning disabilities, bullying, depression, and anxiety. It's important to listen to your kids and understand what they're going through so that your child can be excellent in education.
Keep your hair strong against hot styling tools with Pantene 3-Minute Miracle Daily Conditioner. A super concentrated Pro V formula makes hair stronger in just 3 minutes, so it's smoother every day. Because strong is beautiful.
My shoulders carry a lot of names. Some I deserve, others I don't. But in the end, only one name really matters. Because shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Take a final look at your 10-day forecast. We're keeping things kind of active over the next couple of days, and it is going to be windy tonight and windy for the day ahead. As far as power outages are concerned, can't be ruled out. We could see a few isolated ones, especially as winds gust 30 to 40 miles per hour and higher gusts 50 miles an hour on the high ridges are possible. Now, as we start getting into your Wednesday, we actually clear up a little bit. It's not going to be raining all day Wednesday. As a matter of fact, we could even see some sunshine. But then as Irma's remnants start to move further back to the east on Thursday, we begin to bring in more scattered showers. Friday, we clear up slowly, and then the weekend, never too soon to talk about that, looking phenomenal.
All right, Heidi, thanks. Well, listen up, tennis fans. We're giving you the chance to win tickets to the Greenbrier's Champions Tennis Classic this week. We're giving away 2 tickets every day until Thursday.
And tonight's winner is Brittany Carr. Congratulations, Brittany. You've won 2 weekend bundle tickets to the Tennis Classic this weekend.
If you'd like to enter to win, just visit our website, wearewvproud.com, and click on our contest tab to register. Then tune in right here at 59 News at 5 to find out if you're our next lucky winner.
Well, that's all the time we have here at 5. You can find more information on these stories at wearewvproud.com.
West Virginia Tonight is up next with all your statewide news.
And we'll see you back here again in about a half an hour for 59 News at 6.
ask you a very simple question. Do we have the resources to rescue the hostage?
As soon as the sun goes down.
Good luck.
SEALs at this level, these guys are all-stars.
You make it back home to us.
It's good work.
SEAL Team premieres CBS September 27th.
If you are thinking of a new roof, call S.J. Neathawk Lumber. Not all metal or finish is made to the same standard. S.J. Neathawk has partnered with West Virginia Metal, who only sell premium-grade metal, and Asco Noble, who uses Ceramistar 1050, a high-performance silicone-modified polyester finish with a 40-year warranty and Energy Star certified. Entrust the life of your roof to S.J. Neathawk and know you're buying dependable, durable, American-made roofing. S.J. Neathawk, Lewisburg and Covington.
Every time I come to work, I realize what a great team we've put together here.
We all just get along so well. We're all just like one big family.
Lisa's commitment to our clients is second to none.
We all strive to get the best outcome for them.
Lisa's just a wonderful person. She cares about every client, and she works very, very hard and has been with us since the beginning.
I love my job. I've been here 18 years and plan to be here 18 more. Just feel very rewarding working here.
Greenbrier Valley Medical Center presents the Medical Minute.
I'm Dr. Gary Roberts, a cardiologist at Greenbrier Valley Medical Center. Did you know that heart disease is the leading cause of death in America? Most think that heart disease is a man's disease, but almost half of the deaths from heart disease occur in women. Research has shown that men and women may have different symptoms related to a heart attack. Men may experience pain or discomfort in the upper body, whereas less than 30% of women have these symptoms. Women may experience fatigue, shortness of breath, indigestion, or anxiety. So talk to your doctor about your risk factors for heart disease, and also take advantage of the screenings and services at Greenbrier Valley Medical Center.
The Medical Minute is sponsored by Greenbrier Valley Medical Center, where you can find quality health care close to home. Visit us at www.gvmc.com to learn more.
Heidi Moore, weeknights 5, 6, and 11.
We always try to honor 9/11 in our hearts, and especially for the kids that don't remember.
Continues to define who we are as a country.
Remembering 9/11, West Virginians across the state paying tribute to the lives lost in America's tragedy 16 years ago. Plus, a woman's body is found in a creek, an investigation now underway in the coal fields. We'll tell you what police believe caused her death.
I look forward to rolling up my sleeves and getting to work.
And the Trump administration nominating a familiar face to be one of the leading prosecutors in the state, and the president of WVU outlining the current condition of the state's flagship university. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Dan Thorne. Tonight, millions in federal dollars are coming to West Virginia's largest airport. The $13.5 million is going toward repairs at Yeager Airport's runway. A landslide badly damaging the runway in March 2015. This is video of when that slide happened. And today, 2 years after the disaster, the airport can now replace much of what was lost. Airport officials, along with Senators Joe Manchin and Shelley Moore Capito, spoke about the millions of dollars coming from the FAA to help Yeager.
Safety obviously is key here, and safety is key to bringing in larger aircraft to be able to use the airport, which means more travelers, which means more business development.
Well, the grant will fund the first phase of safety area improvements, including the final design and environmental review and construction. The August revenue numbers are in, and there's some good news and bad news for the Mountain State. West Virginia was $16 million behind revenue projections in August. The total shortfall for the 2-month fiscal year is just under $20 million. The majority of the shortfall coming from the personal income tax and severance tax. While the state is seeing budget shortfalls, revenue is up from last year. A familiar face in West Virginia politics may be headed to a new job. Longtime Republican operative Mike Stewart is awaiting Senate confirmation to be U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of West Virginia. One of his top priorities will be the state's drug epidemic. Chief political reporter Mark Curtis has more.
Well, President Trump has picked a well-known West Virginian for his nomination to be U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of West Virginia. The nominee is Michael Stewart, a well-known Charleston attorney who also served as the chairman of the state Republican Party for a couple of years. Mike Stewart was also President Trump's campaign manager in the state of West Virginia.
Well, I tell you, I'm extremely humbled by it, and I want to thank President Trump for the nomination. I also want to thank Senator Capito for the recommendation. You'll find no better law enforcement professionals than you'll find right here in West Virginia at the federal, state, and local level. I have amazing admiration and respect for these folks. They work hard every day, not only in the opiate issue, but on many, many other issues.
As always, nominees for U.S. Attorney are subject to the approval of the entire U.S. Senate. Hearings will be held to that effect, but so far no date for a vote has been set. Outside the U.S. Federal Courthouse in Charleston, I'm Mark Curtis for West Virginia Tonight.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the
West Virginia now has a new state lawmaker. Senator Mark Drennan of Putnam County was sworn in at the Capitol this morning. The 45-year-old Republican is the executive director of the West Virginia Behavioral Health Association, so he works with the state's severe drug problem. He says that will be a priority for him at the Capitol.
Well, I think we have to look at the budget this year, and certainly, we want to work on our drug addiction problem in West Virginia. My background would be well suited to have a few ideas, so we'll look forward to what we're going to do.
Drennan will get to work fast as the legislature returns for 3 days of interim meetings on Sunday. Senator Drennan and his wife Sarah have 2 young boys. He replaces Mike Hall, who left the Senate to become Governor Justice's chief of staff. West Virginia University President Dr. E. Gordon Gee delivers his fall State of the University address this afternoon. He acknowledged the challenges West Virginia faces while emphasizing the opportunities there are. He says the point of today's speech is to remind everyone that the university belongs to the people of the state and that there is an obligation to make the state better. by teaching, research, and service. He touched on a new pathway forward created by the university titled West Virginia Forward.
Through the sponsorship of significant donors, we have created a McKinsey study, which they are the finest. They're the finest and largest consulting firm in the world, and they've come in and they have a very specific set of recommendations for moving the state forward, and we are going to advocate strongly for that.
Gee also added the students must embrace the strengths and tackle our problems in the firm faith that we can make a difference. County clerks from across the state are meeting in Clarksburg. Michael Gilbert reporting from Harrison County.
Governor Jim Justice served as the keynote speaker at the 2017 Election Officials Training Conference at Canaan Valley Resort on Monday. The governor spoke to county clerks and other elected officials about the special election set for October 7th, where his proposed amendment for the sale of a road bond to fund road construction projects across the state will be voted on. Secretary of State Mac Warner was on hand and pleased that the governor was able to speak on the issue.
For the governor to drive here himself today to speak to the clerks, I think speaks volumes to how much he appreciates the work that they're doing, how much this special bond election means to him. And for him to come be our keynote speaker at lunch just means the world to all of us.
Governor Justice made a later appearance at a town hall meeting with the hopes of promoting his new bill. For West Virginia Tonight in Clarksburg, I'm Mike Gilbert.
Thanks a lot. Across the state tonight, people are remembering those who gave the ultimate sacrifice 16 years ago today. The WVU community is observing the National Day of Remembrance in a few different ways today. A wall featuring the names of all 2,996 victims killed on September 11th was revealed at the mountain lair. Students worked on this wall for the past few days, and members of the Army and Air Force ROTC are carrying out the annual 24-hour remembrance vigil outside of the downtown library to honor the fallen.
Well, I think for the students, it gives them an opportunity to stop and reflect on the events that happened and kind of think about where they were. Maybe they have mother, father, aunts, uncles that served in the military, that it changed everybody's life. It changed all the Americans' lives from that day on, and continues to define who we are as a country.
ROTC members rotate each hour as they show respect to the people who died that day. Well, many of us remember where we were on the day of the attacks, but for most Mountain State students, today is the anniversary of a historic event they never experienced. Riley Phillips has more on how teachers in southern West Virginia are teaching kids about what this day means.
People from across the country are coming together to honor those victims of the September 11th attacks. But how do you teach this day to those Americans who were not yet born? Today's elementary school students were born after 2001, and some students have a hard time getting kids to understand what happened 16 years ago. But teachers at Shady Spring Elementary say they focus on teaching the positive lessons that come from that tragic day.
We here at Shady want to promote how instead of being angry, even though most of us felt that way, that we were proud of our country. And that's what we teach, to be proud of where we were, where we are now, and where we are going.
Teachers also focus on patriotism and what it means to be a good citizen when talking about the events that happened today. Reporting for West Virginia Tonight, Riley Phillips.
Riley, thanks a lot. For the past 16 years, the Independent Fire Company of Branson has hosted their annual 9/11 Remembrance Ceremony. But this year, they honored the victims with a few new guests. Karen Powell, president of American Public University System, was in New York City the day of the attack and gave her perspective on how she was impacted. Students from Jefferson High School's junior ROTC were also in attendance, along with the Washington High School Chamber Choir, who performed during the ceremony.
We have been doing this since the first anniversary, 16th anniversary this year. We feel that it's a valid ceremony, a ceremony that we want to continue as long as we're able.
The victims at the Pentagon in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and in the War on Terror were also honored in the ceremony. Coming up a little later in tonight's show, we'll show you how communities in southern West Virginia and the northern Panhandle are remembering 9/11. The state withdrawing approval of a major natural gas pipeline. Environmental regulators say they will reevaluate the Mountain Valley Pipeline's application to make sure it's in compliance with the Clean Water Act. The more than $3 billion pipeline project would extend 195 miles south from north central West Virginia through 11 counties. Several environmental groups have called for a review of how the pipeline would negatively affect waterways and land in the state. The pipeline's developer, EQT, is currently awaiting federal approval. Still to come on West Virginia tonight, a body found along a creek after a hit and run. What police are saying about the incident next.
CBS 59 Financial Report is brought to you by MCNB Bank's Trust and Financial Services Division. We're community-minded, just like you.
How's Jim?
Better. He's coming home soon, and I'm going to assure that he doesn't fall again.
Really?
I listened to you and called Bath Fitter. Bath Fitter came into our home and turned our old tub into a beautiful new walk-in shower. They took care of everything, the shower seat, safety bars, and even the shower doors. Now we can safely stay in our home longer.
This month only, 0% APR financing for 24 months.
See the new Kubota BX23S today at State Equipment. Now available with the Kubota SwiftTech loader and SwiftConnect backhoe. The Kubota BX23S comes standard with four-wheel drive and diesel engine. Convenience and performance in a compact tractor. Plus, you can add a mower deck, rear tiller, and more. 0 down, 0% for 72 months for only $263.55 per month. Try one out today at State Equipment.
West Virginia Orthotic and Prosthetic Center provides orthotic and prosthetic devices, promoting the highest level of personal and professional patient care. West Virginia O&P has a state-of-the-art fabrication facility where devices are produced, customized, and fitted in-house by our fully certified staff. We are honored to have the opportunity to work with our veteran population, providing them with the highest level of care and support. We are conveniently located in Beckley, just off I-64 at the Brookshire Lane Medical Park. Please call for a free evaluation or contact us online.
Oh boy. Looking for adventure this Labor Day?
Holy smokes.
Oh man, that's pretty intense. Look no further than Chevrolet.
This is a fast car. I feel like I left my soul back there.
Wow, this has power. Head to the Chevy Labor Day sales event and ride out the summer in a new Chevrolet. Current Chevy owners can use Labor Day bonus cash to get a total value of $11,600 on this Silverado All-Star, or get 0% financing for 72 months on all Tahoe and Suburban models. See your Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers.
Welcome back to West Virginia tonight. Police continuing their investigation after a Logan County woman, Clavina Hackney, was found dead in a creek off of Route 44. Investigators believe Hackney was killed in a hit and run last Tuesday night, but police could not find her body after the incident. It wasn't until Saturday that Hackney's family found her body along the road where she was hit. Todd Eric Deskins was arrested in connection with the crime Saturday night and charged with hit and run causing death. Deskins has since been released on bond. Hackney's family is holding a candlelight vigil tonight at 8:30 in Logan. A state school board member is charged with driving under the influence. Monongalia County deputies arrested Frank Vitale Friday night in Morgantown after a report of a hit and run. Deputies found Vitale at his home where they saw damage to his truck. Vitale says that he offered to resign from the board, but President Tom Campbell refused to accept it. A sad day for a Raleigh County school after one of their teachers is found unresponsive in a classroom. Raleigh County School Superintendent David Price says a teacher at Independence High School suffered from a medical condition. They were found in a classroom around 8 o'clock this morning. Emergency crews took the teacher to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Her name has not been released. The school was forced to dismiss early as a result, and grief counseling is being offered for students and staff at the high school. Right now, we're taking a quick check of the traffic. This is along I-64 in Huntington. I'll be right back with the complete local forecast. Stay with us.
One. Be at one with $1 any size soft drink or freshly brewed sweet tea. Only at McDonald's.
When I changed jobs, I lost my dental insurance.
I lost my dental insurance when I retired, and Medicare doesn't help.
A lot of my patients didn't expect to lose their dental insurance, and now they're probably not getting the care they need.
Don't take chances with your dental health. If you need affordable dental insurance, give us a call and we'll send you a free information kit. For as little as $1 a day, you can get dental coverage from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. We help pay for more than 350 covered procedures. Things like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. There are no networks, no deductibles, and no annual maximum. Get the dental care you deserve. Call now for your free information kit with everything you need to know about this affordable dental insurance. Call today, 1-800-958-9723. That's 1-800-958-9723.
The road that follows surgery. It doesn't have to be long and doesn't need to be painful or leave large scars. It charts its course from a place where minimally invasive surgery represents the standard of care. A place where a team of surgical experts can put you on a fast track to active living after surgery. The road begins here. The Institute for Minimally Invasive Surgery at Cabell Huntington Hospital, where small incisions are the best decision.
They're looking at the McPick 2. 2 for $5 deals all across the board. Here it comes, a Big Mac and 10-piece McNuggets. They got them. Get your fan favorites on the McPick 2 menu. Choose any 2 for just $5. They did it. Unbelievable.
The city, the school, the neighborhood, the cul-de-sac, the neighbors, the house next door to the neighbors, the RE/MAX agent. The RE/MAX agent who scoped out the school, checked out the cul-de-sac, met the neighbors, greeted the mailman, talked to the kids, found a friend, and discovered the house that she knew the family would love at 107 Meadow. The knowledge to find what's right for you. That's the sign of a RE/MAX agent.
Now, Storm Tracker weather from the state's most powerful HD dual live Doppler radar.
All right, great to be with you here on a Monday. Now, the cloud coverage that you see absolutely is on the farthest, most outer reaches here of Irma. Actually, the clouds literally go all the way from Florida on up to Michigan, but this is kind of those outer ranges, and the rain is approaching from the south. It's a northeast breeze keeping a lid on temperatures today. You stepped outside, it feels a little on the chilly side. Gray, light gray skies, but dry. Again, this is Huntington Live, and it's the same exact picture in Charleston. The wind every now and then, it kind of rustles the trees. It's certainly not extreme, and we're not expecting that unless you're up high, unless you're up somewhere like Snowshoe. You know, you're up at 4,800 feet. You're going to expect to see something a little stronger. Looks like the feed went down at Babcock State Park earlier, apparently. So we'll just move ahead. So from Flat Top down to Bluefield, it appears that there's rainfall. I'll tell you this, some of that not reaching the ground because there is a component of some drier air working in. But if you're south of Bluefield, it's not going to be a question here too much longer. We're going to experience more rainfall moving in bands. This is certainly some heavy rain back here on the western border of Virginia with Kentucky. All this is going to lift its way to the north. So will you receive rain from Irma? Yes. Will you receive a lot? Not really likely, because we're going to remain on the far fringes, and the center of the low is not coming straight up from Florida into our neighborhood. In fact, it's going to angle back over here closer to the Mississippi River. We do have a wind advisory good for tonight, and that is Mercer County. But I'll tell you again, I would just expect that the trees are going to rustle and the windows are going to rattle a little bit here. Some of the highest peaks in Mercer and down through Bland and down through Tazewell could pick up some gusts of 50 miles per hour. Now remember, that's way up high on the hilltop. Not all of that wind will come down into the valley. And again, we're certainly not expecting that in the lowlands. There's the wind forecast. We're starting to see again, those winds will drop off by late tomorrow. But as I mentioned, up here you can see those purples and blues up on the spine of the mountains. That's where you could receive some of those higher wind amounts over the next, let's say 24 hours. So we'll keep our eye on that, and then the wind truly dies down and the system goes away. So we have 50s here in the high terrain. It's really cool. It's 54 in Bluefield. We have below 70-degree readings everywhere else except Martinsburg at 70. The cloud shield, as I mentioned, from the Gulf of Mexico all the way on up into southern Michigan, and we're right there in the thick of those clouds. And again, tonight, expect a couple of gusty showers as the center of the low, though, does work its way on over just as a low pressure back over toward, let's say, maybe Cape Girardeau and areas south of St. Louis between now and Wednesday. So some rain will be here tomorrow as it works its way on up from the south. You can see that. That's not a tremendous amount. There are some big breaks here, too. We get into a big gap for much of Wednesday. Then the system kind of works its way back at us from west to east with some light nuisance rain and some cooler marks on Thursday. We'll tell you more at 6.
How is affordable dentures so much less expensive?
It's all they do. So they're amazing.
But who has time for all that?
Everybody. They made these while we waited. Took one day.
They'll treat me okay?
Like family.
I can't believe I'm doing this. We should have done it years ago.
For affordable dentures and extractions, call 1-800-DENTURE today. One call and one day can change your tomorrow.
Coming up next on 59 News at 6, people across our region honor those who lost their lives in the deadly 9/11 attacks. How they're paying their respects to the victims of an attack that rocked the world. Plus, Hurricane Irma leaves devastation in its wake, but first responders from our area are working to help pick up the pieces. We find out how West Virginia crews are doing. And a Greenbrier County school takes the initiative to help keep children safe, but have their efforts worked? We'll have these stories and more next on 59 News at 6.
Internet service providers do it all the time. They charge you for speeds up to some theoretically high number, but then deliver speeds that fall way, way short. At Shentel, the internet speeds they offer are the internet speeds you get. No fudging, no excuses, no misleading up-tos.
Right now, save $40 a month by getting 25 megs per second for the price of 10. Call 1-800-SHENTEL or visit shentel.com to order.
Toyota trucks are known for dependability and value. In fact, over 90% of all Tundras sold over the last 15 years are still on the road. And Tundra Crewmax was also named a best overall value for 2017. Now get a Tundra with up to $1,750 cash back from Toyota. Plus, 2 years of no-cost maintenance comes standard. Legendary Toyota reliability. What drives you? Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Students and staff across Brooke County have been raising money to assist flood victims in Houston. Today they showed off their hard work by presenting a check for more than $7,000. Officials say they got the idea because Brooke County knows the devastation flooding can cause. But it was all made possible through the generous donations from all 10 schools, members of the community, and local organizations. The Brooke County School Superintendent says that she's overwhelmed by the response.
It makes me very
Angeles ahead of Sunday's game against the Chargers. The Miami Herald reports the team has made contingency plans to go from LA to West Virginia for a week of practices. The Dolphins would practice at the Greenbrier Resort next week, depending on the damage at their home facility. The Greenbriers hosted the New Orleans Saints and most recently the Houston Texans for training camp, as you see here. No plans are set in stone just yet. A 16-year-old trampolinist from Martinsburg is showing time and time again just how far hard work and perseverance can get you. Recovering from a torn ACL, Joey Eisenberg recently qualified for the 2017 World Age Group competition. In November, he will spend a week in Bulgaria with 5 teammates representing the United States. Experts in the sport of trampoline and tumbling say that it's incredibly difficult to come back from a major injury, making Eisenberg's qualification that much more special.
Most looking forward to just the thrill and excitement of competing again on an international level. It's just really fun to see all those people from different countries compete and see how different they are to people from the U.S.
Eisenberg can compete in up to 3% while in Bulgaria in November. We have some breaking news tonight right now to pass along. A viewer sending us this picture of a small single-engine plane that apparently had to make an emergency landing on I-77. And this is in the northbound lanes just south of the Ripley Fair Plan exit. We're told that it doesn't appear that anyone was hurt, but traffic is down to one lane. So if you're heading in that direction, be aware of this. We've got crews heading to the scene, and we will bring you any updates as they become available. Meanwhile, still to come on West Virginia Tonight, we take a look at more 9/11 remembrance events across the state. Stay with us.
The Storm Tracker 59 10-day forecast is brought to you exclusively by your Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a little something I've done every night since I was a kid. Empty my pocket change into this old jar. It's never much, just what's left after I break $1. And I never thought I could get quality life insurance with my spare change.
Neither did I, until I saw a commercial for the Colonial Penn program. Imagine people our age getting life insurance at such an affordable rate.
It's true. If you're 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance life insurance through the Colonial Penn program for less than 35 cents a day, just $9.95 a month. There's no medical exam and no health questions. You know, the average cost of a funeral is over $8,300. Now that's a big burden to leave your loved ones. Add to that credit card balances and final medical bills, and you've got plenty of reasons to call for free information about this valuable coverage. It's easy and affordable to help cover your final expenses through the Colonial Penn program. As long as you're 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Your premium never goes up, and your benefit never goes down due to age. Plus, your coverage builds cash value over time, money you can borrow against. So don't wait. Call now for free information and a free gift.
All I did was make a phone call, and all of my questions about the Colonial Penn program were answered.
It couldn't have been any easier, and we both got the coverage we should have had for years now.
With change to spare.
Call 1-800-850-8710 for free information about this valuable life insurance. That's 1-800-850-8710. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-850-8710. The call is free, and so is this handy beneficiary planner. Call or click now.
Big trucks are dangerous, and they cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. I'm attorney Jeff Stewart, and I know how to win big truck cases. The Bell Law Firm, protecting you.
Call 1-800-398-4800.
Welcome back. Hundreds gathered this morning in Uptown Beckley to take a moment to remember the thousands of people who died on 9/11. A large metal piece of the World Trade Center sits in the middle of Ward Park, where everyone met for an emotional ceremony. Finally, tonight we go to Brooke County High School, where the community comes together every year for a 9/11 memorial program. Brooke Chaplin was there.
September 11th, the day no one expected but changed America forever. Those words were read aloud to hundreds of students today, some who weren't even alive when that fateful day happened. But each year, students, teachers, and local law enforcement gather at Brooke High School to remember those who were lost and those who gave everything to help. Today's service included several speakers, the playing of taps, and even a special performance by the Brooke High School dance team. Health teacher Emily Ball organized the event and says it was an honor. She believes it's very important to remember that tragic day.
We always try to honor 9/11 in our hearts, and especially for the kids that don't remember. And that's why we always invite somebody from the community to speak about how they felt about it. And our first responders are there, our firemen are there. So it's good to get them to, talk about it.
Officials say this is the 11th year they've held a service, and they finished it off with a special video to show those who can't remember what really happened on September 11th. Reporting for West Virginia Tonight, I'm Brooke Chaplin.
Brooke, thanks a lot. From all of us all across the state, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great night. Your news at 6 o'clock starts right now.
Are you still waiting to change your bathtub? Bathfitter can give you a new tub in as little as one day with their unique tub over tub process.
Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and make you a new custom bathtub that they install right over your existing one. Plus, only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantee a watertight fit. And a lifetime warranty. That's what got me. A new bathtub changes your life, and it's never been more affordable.
This month only, 0% APR financing for 24 months.
This is CBS 59, the two Virginia's most outstanding news operation. 59 News at 6 starts now.
Set aside this day as a day to set aside all those differences, you know, the liberal, the conservative, the racial issues, everything. Just set those aside and remember that today we're all Americans.
Right now at 6, people from across our area and across the country come together to remember the tragic moments of 9/11. Welcome to 59 News at 6. I'm Tim Carrico.
And I'm Jessica Schuler. Today marks the 16th anniversary of the deadliest terrorist attack on American soil. September 11th has left a mark on many Americans who witnessed the events of that day, especially those who were on the ground, including first responders from our area. 59 News reporter Riley Phillips spoke with a man from right here in southern West Virginia about his experience in New York City. She joins us now live in the studio with his story. Riley.
Jessica, today marks the 16th anniversary of the terrorist attacks on September 11th. But first responders like Shane Wheeler show the resilience of the American spirit when faced with tragedy. Wheeler was the chief of operations for JanCare at the time. Without hesitation, he assembled a team and headed for New York, where he was met with tragic scenes. Wheeler remembers walking through the debris and seeing messages written in the dust.
At the time, we fully didn't appreciate was a statement that someone had written into the walls that said that I've seen war today. And little did we know that it would lead us down the war on terror, you know, decades later. But I think that's about as fair assessment as you can make. It was a battlefield.
Wheeler also says he wants young Americans to remember how we came together as a country after the terrorist attacks and to put aside our differences on this day of remembrance. And if you're looking for ways to honor all those victims and first responders, tonight is the Parade of Lights Memorial Tribute. It begins at 8, but lineup is starting now at Independence High School. Reporting live in the studio, Riley Phillips, 59 News.
Riley, thank you, and we'll have more on that Parade of Lights later on tonight on 59 News at 10 and 11. Well, how do teachers approach the topic of September 11th in the classroom? Elementary school students in the school this year were born after 2001. For some teachers, it's hard getting their students to understand what happened 16 years ago. Teachers we spoke with at Shady Spring Elementary tell us they focus on teaching the positive lessons that came from that tragic day.
We here at Shady want to promote how instead of being angry, even though most of us felt that way, that we were proud of our country. And that's what we teach, to be proud of where we were, where we are now, and where we are going.
Patriotism and what it means to be a good citizen are focused on when talking about today. And in Athens, Concord University paid their respects to victims at a ceremony at the center of campus. The Concord University Veterans Association presented a program with special help from the Pikeview JROTC. Concord Veterans Advocate Stephen Kennedy spoke about the attack, and it sent shockwaves through the world.
This event happened because of numerous people, you know, and just to be able to do something like this and have support and, you know, interest from the community and stuff, it's great. It's a good feeling.
That ceremony was held this morning there in Athens.
A large metal piece of the Twin Towers sits in the middle of Ward Park in Beckley. That's where people gathered earlier today to remember those killed 16 years ago. Organizers say they wanted to give everyone the chance to reflect and remember those lives that were lost.
I think one thing that 9/11 has called is our country to be extremely diligent. I think since 9/11, our country has proven that. You know, they've improved with communication, working together with other first responders, making sure all the information's out. There's been a lot of really good things that came out of an extreme tragic incident.
Beckley Mayor Rob Rappold, first responders, and others from the community gave speeches, and children from local schools sang patriotic songs.
Well, for some people right here in our area, that day that hits tragically to home. 59 News reporter Shannon Close spoke with a longtime firefighter today on why it means so much to him. She's joining us now live inside of the newsroom with more. Shannon?
That's right, Tim. Today I spoke with a former Beckley firefighter, Kevin Price, and he was a firefighter for over 2 decades. And he told me today how special 9/11 is to him. September 11th, 2001.
I wanted to be there.
It's a day that hits home to Kevin Price.
We go in to where nobody else goes.
As a Beckley firefighter for more than 20 years and someone who is still involved in the fire service, he says what those men and women did on this very day 16 years ago is unforgettable.
They were out there days at a time with no sleep, dirty, bloodied fingers, hoping to be able to move that next piece of rock and all of a sudden see somebody there.
As someone who has run into burning buildings and risked his life for the safety of others, he says as a firefighter, that's what you're there to do.
That's just part of the job. Every time a firefighter goes inside of a burning building, they expect to come out.
But for the 343 firefighters at the World Trade Center, that wasn't the case.
They were just doing their job, and unfortunately, they didn't get to come home.
It's those lives Price wants everyone to remember for years to come. And Price also told me today that he was a key figure in getting a monument in uptown Beckley that is actually a piece of steel that was at the World Trade Center. And he says this is a way to get the community involved with what happened. Reporting live in the newsroom, Shannon Clough, 59 News.
Absolutely incredible to see that there uptown in Beckley. Shannon, thanks for that live report.
Jane, here ambulances from West Virginia have finally made it to Florida, and they're working hard. They went down to help other rescue teams with the aftermath of Hurricane Irma. 10 ambulances total from 3 counties, 2 coming from Beckley, made that trip. A team of 4 crew members were deployed from Beckley.
The team from West Virginia rode out the storm in Tampa, and then this morning early they were sent to Naples, and now they are on in the Naples area running 911 calls along with the local emergency responders and helping out as they can in the aftermath of Hurricane Irma.
They will be doing as much as they can to help and will keep us updated with their whereabouts throughout their time in Florida.
Well, it's been an ugly start to the work week, just very dreary out there. Here's a live look overlooking the New River Gorge Bridge in Fayette County. Extremely cloudy there. Storm Tracker 59 meteorologist Heidi Moore's over in the weather lab now with the first check of the forecast. Heidi?
Hey, Tim. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, not nice out there today, and we're not going to see that again tomorrow as well. Things are going to be pretty unsettled all the way through the start of the work week, and windy as well. We have our wind advisories in effect for Mercer and Tazewell counties until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Wouldn't be surprised if those do get extended a little bit longer tomorrow. And even though you're not under that advisory in much of the region, doesn't mean you're not going to see windy conditions. So if you're not in Mercer or Tazewell County, it doesn't mean you're out of the woods. We still have the chance to see those wind gusts throughout the evening tonight and into the day ahead. Already starting to see that rain work its way in from the south. That continues tonight and into the day ahead as well. But we're not looking at a whole lot of rain. It will be more scattered tomorrow, which means our flooding concerns are relatively low. We'll talk a little bit about what you can expect for the next few days coming up in just a bit.
All right, Heidi, thank you. In Crime and Punishment tonight, a man accused of shooting 2 police officers in Lewisburg will be sentenced today on a separate murder case. Eric Campbell is also accused of murdering a North Carolina couple. Police say Campbell and his father Edward drove from Texas to Granville County, where they robbed and killed the couple and burned their house down. The 2 later got into a shootout with Lewisburg police officers on New Year's Day in 2015. We are still awaiting the results from that sentencing hearing. We'll bring you the latest tonight on 59 News at 10 and 11.
Well, some sad news out of Raleigh County schools tonight. A teacher at Independence High School suddenly passed away during school hours this morning. The name of that teacher is not being released at this hour, but school officials tell us she was found unresponsive in her classroom at around 8 this morning. Trained medical staff and first responders arrived and transported her to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead. Counselors from local schools and agencies will be made available at the school for grief counseling tomorrow morning.
Money is found to put in flashing lights in Greenbrier County school zones. People in Rupert were upset about the lack of flashing lights in their school zones. The mayor and police chief of Rupert sent out letters and called the school board, but say they never received a call back. They feel the lack of lights poses a threat to elementary school students crossing the street on that busy road after school. We were able to clear things up a bit with the Greenbrier County superintendent today. He says federal money could be on the way.
Through a situation, there is a federal grant for school safety. So the hope is that from the Department of Highways, Division of Highways, is that money will be approved and released in the very near future.
Bryant says Greenbrier County schools are at the top of the priority list for that grant. Coming up tonight on 59 News at 6, millions of federal dollars are coming to West Virginia's largest airport. Find out where the money is going and why.
Windy and rainy as we get into tonight and the day ahead. We'll talk about that, and of course we'll talk about what you can expect for the rest of the work week. All that right after the break, so please stay with us.
And you can help victims of Hurricane Irma and Harvey by visiting redcross.org/WVNS TV or donating to the Red Cross by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. We'll be right back.
You're watching 59 News at 6 on CBS 59. With Tim Carrico and Jessica Schuler and Storm Tracker 59 meteorologist Heidi Moore. This is 59 News, winner of the Associated Press highest honor for the two Virginias. This 59 News First Forecast, sponsored by Mountain State Equipment, for all your equipment needs. North Eisenhower Drive, Beckley.
Honey, this weeder's not working again.
She should use the steel lithium-ion battery-powered one I got her. She'll love it.
Wow, this is so lightweight and easy to use. I wonder if they make blowers.
Absolutely, honey. Got you one of those too.
Thanks. He also got me the steel lithium-powered push mower and hedge trimmer.
I'll be back in a little while. Just stop on by Mountain State Equipment, Eisenhower Drive, Beckley.
And ladies, they also make battery-powered chainsaws too.
Hi, Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. Folks all over West Virginia are saving money every week just by signing up for the Fuel Land Rewards card. It's easy to sign up and easy to use. And best of all, you save money every time you use it. You get 3 cents off per gallon each time you buy gas and get an additional gas discount just for making purchases in the store. Sign up today for Little General's Fuel Land Rewards card and tell them Hug sent you.
This is Ford Truck Month. And time to imagine what you can do in a 2017 Ford F-150. With best-in-class payload and gas mileage. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
Sir, nice truck, huh? Whoa. Yeah, we get that a lot.
Now during Truck Month, get an F-150 with up to $10,000 in total savings. That's right, up to 10 grand. Hurry to your local Ford store now.
You're riding your motorcycle, enjoying your freedom. Wham! You get hit. We'll make sure they see your case clear as day.
Call Farmer Klein and Campbell. We have the power of more.
Call 252-5990.
Can't sleep because you're worrying about your big day tomorrow? Don't forget about the client dinner. I hope you didn't forget. What are you going to wear? Anna, did you get that email I sent you? I need you to respond before you wake up.
When life keeps you up, ZzzQuil helps you fall asleep in less than 20 minutes because sleep is a beautiful thing.
Now, the area's most accurate forecast, Storm Tracker 59.
Good evening, everyone. Going to be a windy one tonight, but we don't have many advisories to talk about. There is a wind advisory for Mercer and Tazewell counties, and that stays in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I think that might get extended a little bit longer. It looks like the windy conditions do continue into the afternoon tomorrow. And I want you to keep in mind, even if you're not technically under the advisory, that doesn't mean it's not going to be windy where you are. Everyone's going to be dealing with gusty winds tonight and tomorrow, 30 to 40 miles per hour, possibly up to 50 in the highest terrain. So we'll have to watch out for that. That could cause a few power outages, but widespread problems really are not a concern over the evening. We are starting to see some of that rain push in. Notice the heavier bands down to our south, and it looks like most of the heavy stuff remains to our south and off to our west, but we'll still see scattered showers tonight and scattered rain tomorrow. It's just not going to be the worst of it, and rain totals also not looking all that impressive over the next few days, but it's going to be dreary over the next couple of days with plenty of cloud coverage. That's what's keeping our temperatures cool right now, mid to upper 50s. And we aren't going to fall much more. As a matter of fact, we'll start things off tomorrow in the mid-50s. 50s. We're already seeing gusts down to our south about 20 miles per hour. It's still pretty breezy right now, but those wind gusts haven't picked up as bad as they're going to be, and they won't do that till we get into the evening tonight. So they just continue to pick up through the evening. It will be breezy at the bus stop with temperatures in the mid-50s and rain showers on the way. Let's talk very briefly about Jose, Category 2 hurricane with winds of 100 miles per hour, expected to kind of do a 360 loop and slowly head back towards the west. You might see this cone and might start to freak out thinking, oh my goodness, another U.S. landfall. Don't know at this point. It's way too early to say. If there was another landfall, it wouldn't be for another week and a half, maybe even longer than that. And at this point, a lot of the models don't necessarily have it making landfall. Has it passing close to the East Coast, could bring some rough seas. But again, it's just too soon to tell, so we won't really talk about Jose much in the next couple of days. Let's get through Irma first. Then we can start talking about Jose. And again, still doesn't look like a major threat at this time, so we'll continue to watch it. As far as Irma, it's now a tropical storm. Sustained winds of 50 miles per hour will continue to weaken as it moves to the north and west, passes off to our west, but we'll still see some of the rain and, of course, the breezy conditions from it. It is a rather large storm, so even though the center will be a little bit further away, we can still get clipped, and that's what's going to happen. You can see those showers already starting to move in from the south. They'll continue to do that through the evening tonight and into your Tuesday, and you'll see here on Predictor, it will continue all the way through the afternoon and even into the evening. So that's something you will want to keep in mind. We're also going to keep those wind gusts breezy, but rain totals less than an inch for many of us. So as far as flooding is concerned, not really a big threat. Severe weather, not a big threat. As a matter of fact, we won't even really hear that much in terms of thunder. After we get through the week, we clear out again for the weekend. Temperatures begin to warm up. We're back into the mid-70s, so another perfect weekend to look forward to. Just have to get through some dreary weather the next few days.
All right, Heidi. Well, we've gotten through weather. Now we have a very special announcement tonight.
There's going to be a new addition to the 59 News family.
That's right. I'm so excited to share with all of you tonight that I'm expecting a baby girl at the end of January. My husband Daniel and I are thrilled, and of course we wanted to share the big news with all the viewers out there. We're a little bit nervous, our first child, of course. And as you can see, she already likes to pose for the camera.
Oh, yeah.
She's sucking her thumb in this ultrasound picture. We just got this done last week. So certainly a unique experience so far. And we're just really excited. You know, every night you guys invite us into your home. So we want to share this big event with all of you. So we're really excited.
And this is so great. We've been so excited for you and your husband. This is just a huge announcement. And now Zoe is going to have a friend to play with.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I've been beside myself. Yeah. I mean, I've known for a little bit, and ever since I've known, it's hard keeping it in.
Heidi was one of the first to know, actually. One of the first to know, and then Tim knew
I just got told later on.
Yeah, well, I think you got to figure it out anyways.
Tim's been dealing with pregnant women for quite some time, hasn't he?
Yeah, at this point, we're going on like 3 years at this point. But congratulations, though, to you and Daniel. We are just so excited for you guys.
Thank you.
Well, straight ahead here on 59 News at 6, West Virginia has a new state senator. We'll get a chance to meet him right after the break.
And if you'd like to help those victims of Hurricane Irma and Harvey, you can do so by visiting redcross.org/WVNS-TV, or you can call the Red Cross at the number on your screen. Stay with us. We'll be right back on 59 News at 6.
The Storm Tracker 59 10-day forecast is brought to you exclusively by your Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
This is the road I want to take. These are the days I want to make. RAV4 is perfect to get the most out of your adventures. And all these advanced safety features come standard. Buy a RAV with 0% APR for 72 months, plus $1,000 finance cash or $2,500 cash back. And 2 years of no-cost maintenance is included. I got my music turned up and the windows rolled down. RAV4, what drives you? Toyota, let's go places.
With tomatoes, and onions, and thick carved turkey breasts on carved turkey for a limited time. Cranberry mustard sauce, man, that looks good. The autumn carved turkey is back for a limited time at Subway.
Are you still waiting to change your bathtub? Bathfitter can give you a new tub in as little as 1 day with their unique tub over tub process. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and make you a new custom bathtub that they install right over your existing one. Plus, only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantee a watertight fit.
And a lifetime warranty.
That's what got me. A new bathtub changes your life, and it's never been more affordable.
This month only, 0% APR financing for 24 months.
Why buy Pantella Mitsubishi? I'm Billy Pantella, and I'm going to tell you why. Mitsubishi has a better warranty and costs less than Honda, Nissan, Subaru, and Toyota. Like this Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, you can buy the all-wheel drive for under 20 grand or $289 per month. A new Pantella Mitsubishi has a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 5 years of roadside assistance, no charge for your first service, and car washes for life. Come see me at Pantella Mitsubishi, 690 Oval Road in Princeton, or online at pantella.com.
Welcome back. Millions in federal dollars are coming to West Virginia's largest airport.
A $13.5 million Federal Aviation Administration grant will fund repairs to Yeager Airport's runway. 2 years after a disaster that sent debris from a safety overrun area crashing onto Keystone Drive, the airport can now replace much of what was lost. The project includes improvements to the runway length. That will help to reduce the weight penalties currently in place on certain aircraft.
West Virginia now has a new state lawmaker. Senator Mark Drennan of Putnam County was sworn in at the state capitol this morning. The 45-year-old Republican is the executive director of the West Virginia Behavioral Health Association, so he works on the state's severe drug problem. That will be a priority for him at the Capitol.
Well, I think we have to look at the budget this year, and certainly, we want to work on our drug addiction problem in West Virginia. My background would be well suited to have a few ideas, so we'll look forward to what we're going to do.
And Drennan will get to work fast as the legislature returns for 3 days of interim meetings on Sunday. Senator Drennan and his wife Sarah have 2 young boys. He replaces Mike Hall, who left to be the Chief of Staff for Governor Jim Justice. Well, next year on 59 News at 6, the local football rivalry is getting a new prize. We'll tell you what inspired this new trophy. That's after the break.
And don't forget, you can still help victims of Hurricane Irma and Harvey by visiting redcross.org/WVNS-TV. You can also call the Red Cross at the number on your screen, 1-800-RED-CROSS. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Can you not get comfortable in your own bed? Visit Home Furniture and Mattress and ask for the White Dove Atlas Collection and adjustable base, and you can sleep well. Home Furniture in Beckley. There's no place like home.
Our office building is over 130 years old. Both times we've remodeled, we did it with union workers. I even built my home with union workers. Why? Because at the Siegel Law Firm, we don't just claim to support union workers and their families. We actually hire them when we have the chance.
Call the Siegel Law Firm if you've been injured on the job.
911 emergency. My husband is having trouble breathing.
First responders hear it a lot. And everyone age 65 and older needs to hear it too. The flu and its complications can be deadly, especially for those with a chronic medical condition. That's why there are higher strength flu vaccines made for seniors. Ask your doctor or pharmacist for a senior flu shot. Do it today before the flu becomes an emergency.
Congratulations! You just found the perfect home for you and your family. Now, choose the right partner to see you through. MCNB Banks, where all loan decisions are made locally with you in mind. Quick but measured personal attention is how we tailor your loan to your needs. Plus, we offer the most competitive rates you'll find anywhere. You're about to make your biggest purchase ever. Choose a bank you can trust. MCNB Banks, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you.
I chose New River Community Technical College because it was one of the closest facilities I could go to. And when we came down to meet the school, we fell in love with it. I've learned so much. I went from just learning how to do flat plate. Now I'm going through TIG pipe and I'm just mastering it all out. I have a lot of people that's always like, you're a girl, you're welding, but I never let it stop me. If it's your dream, taste for it.
New River Community and Technical College is your next step to an in-demand career.
Want a better night's sleep and the best warranted mattress in America? Visit Home Furniture and Mattress and ask for the White Dove Atlas Collection. Handcrafted comfort that lasts. Home Furniture in Beckley. There's no place like home.
59 News keeps you informed, and Storm Chopper 59 keeps you safe.
The Big 12 Conference honors were announced earlier this afternoon, and once again, WVU's quarterback earned recognition. For the second straight week, Will Greer has been named the Big 12 Newcomer of the Week. He led WVU to a 56-20 victory over East Carolina on Saturday. In just 2.5 quarters of work, Greer completed 19 of 25 passes, racking up 352 yards and 5 touchdowns. Now it's only 2 games in, and Greer has tallied a total of 723 yards and 8 touchdowns. David Sills has reeled in 5 of those TDs, including 3 on Saturday, and after the win, he offered his thoughts on Greer.
You know, a lot of people use the term, quarterback for Will, and he's much more than a quarterback. He's a straight-out football player. I mean, you saw that last week in the Virginia Tech game. Him making plays with his feet. That's really the difference with a lot of guys. A lot of people can throw the ball, but a lot of people can't, make the plays when everything doesn't work out the right way, or if the defense doesn't do the right thing, he does that.
And hey, it isn't a shabby start for Sills either. He ranks 10th nationally in receiving yardage and 16th in catches. He's got a total of 16 receptions for 247 yards. Sills, Greer, and the rest of the Mountaineers will be back in action on Saturday as they face Delaware State at noon. The game will be televised on AT&T Sportsnet. West Virginia looking for win number 2. And for now, that is the latest on the Mountaineers here in Morgantown. I'm Angelica Trenone.
All right, Angelica, thanks. A local football rivalry is getting a new trophy.
This week, when the Tazewell Bulldogs travel to Marion to take on the Scarlet Hurricane, they'll be fighting in the Dragon Bowl. Take a look at this trophy they'll be competing for. Now, this trophy is inspired by the Back of the Dragon motorcycle ride that travels throughout Southwest Virginia every year. The trophy was put together with the help from Tazewell County Tourism and the Dragon Corporation, which puts on the motorcycle event each year.
Well, the idea is to bring that unity. The road actually connects the two towns. So we thought, hey, why not great? You know how great football is, America's football, just like baseball. So we thought, hey, well, we'll bring it through with some fun and have some good rivalry.
The two teams kick off Friday night at 7:30, and of course we'll have the score for you right here on CBS 59 Inside the Sports Zone.
Well, coming up here on 59 News at 6, we get a final check of the forecast with meteorologist Heidi Moore.
You're watching 59 News.
Oh boy. Looking for adventure this Labor Day?
Holy smokes. Oh man, that's pretty intense.
Look no further than Chevrolet.
This is a fast car. I feel like I left my soul back there.
Wow, this has power. Head to the Chevy Labor Day sales event and ride out the summer in a new Chevrolet. Current Chevy owners can use Labor Day bonus cash to get a total value of $11,600 on this Silverado All-Star, or get 0% financing for 72 months on all Tahoe and Suburban models. See your Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers.
You're riding your motorcycle, enjoying your freedom. Wham! You get hit.
It's almost like you're invisible.
Often drivers don't see motorcyclists, and when they hit you, they say it's your fault. We'll work to prove that you were right and they were wrong.
What we know could get you more and often keep you out of court.
Hurt in a wreck on a motorcycle? We'll make sure they see your case clear as day.
Call Farmer Klein and Campbell. We have the power of more.
Call 252-5990.
This is Ford Truck Month. And time to imagine what you can do in a 2017 Ford F-150. With best-in-class payload and gas mileage. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
Sir, nice truck, huh?
Whoa.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Now during Truck Month, get an F-150 with up to $10,000 in total savings. That's right, up to $10 grand. Hurry to your local Ford store now.
Coming up, Hurricane Irma's aftermath, a path of destruction almost the entire length of Florida. Plus, crews search for victims as floodwaters continue to rise to historic levels. Coming up on the CBS Evening News.
Saturday, September 23rd at the Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine. Get ready for the Beckley Rocket Run with a 5 and 10K run walk and a space costume run. For more information, go to brccc.com.
Welcome back to 59 News at 6. You're taking a look at our Facebook fan of the day. Thanks to Allie Baggett for sending us that picture. And before we say goodbye, let's get one final check of the weather with you, Heidi. It's been a little chilly out there today.
It has. It's been chilly today. It's going to be chilly through the rest of the week, and we're also going to see those breezy conditions start to move in. Scattered rain as we go into the day ahead. And then as we start heading into your Wednesday, we'll catch a little bit of a break. Not a very long break. I think for the morning until the afternoon, we're dry, but then we bring the rain back as we get into the evening. More scattered rain on Thursday, a little bit of lingering into Friday. Then we clear up. We're in for another great weekend, back to average with temperatures in the mid-70s.
All right, Heidi, thanks. That's going to wrap things up for us here on 59 News at 6. Thanks for joining us.
Remember, you can always go online to read these stories to our website, wearewvproud.com.
And be sure to join us for our next newscast on our sister station, 59 News at 10 on Fox 59. Have a great evening.
After Irma.
My heart goes out to the